Hey guys, happy Sunday. It is me. And I told you guys I was going to maybe do a couple cooking videos through the times, you know. And I wanted to show you what I was fixing my husband for dinner. We are going to make Southern style string beans and potatoes. He has a taste for it, so I said that I would make it for him. So now I'm going to just show you, I'm not going to make this a long video, but I'm going to show you now what the ingredients that we're going to be using just to start making the string beans. Okay guys, this is the ingredients we're going to use. I thought that I had fresh string beans when I went to the supermarket, but come to find out I did not. So we're going to be using 4 cans of string beans today. We are going to be using some smoked turkey and some seasonings of your choice. You know, you season whatever you like, but I'm using seasoning salt, pepper, a little onion powder. And also I am using this pack of Goya. I don't know whether it's pronounced jamon or hamon or one or the other. I know the J's is H's and all that stuff, so I don't know for sure. But what it is it is a packet of pork flavoring like bouillon. Guys, let me just show you what I do with the turkey. I'm sitting down and I'm trying to maneuver the camera too so that you guys can see. So pretty soon I'll have one hand, so you know, I'm not a professional cooking video person, so do the best I can. Okay, so what I've done now is I have taken the turkey and started to cut it off of the bone. Now I'm gonna leave this little bit of turkey, as you can see, on the bone, and because we're gonna use that too. And we're gonna put all this meat here in there, and I'm also gonna put the bone in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and take you over to the stove, and then I'm gonna show you how I put it together. And then we're gonna go ahead and add our meat. And I have already added the jamon to it. So then you want to just kind of give this a quick stir. Okay guys, so now as you guys can see, this was the bone that I put inside the turkey meat, and I let it cool so that I can pull it apart. It's real tender now, so I'm just going to go ahead and pull this off of here because I want to use all of this. Okay, so we're going to put this back in. I'm going to put this meat in, okay? And I think I might have to add another can of string beans. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add string beans. So our string beans are added. And let me just take a look here. I guess we're good. We're making enough so that we can have some, well, you know, so we can have some leftovers. So I don't have to cook anything for him. So now what I want that to do is I want that to cook down just a little bit so that I can get, so some nice flavor can get into the beans. And then once the flavor gets into the beans, then I'll show you what we're going to do with the potatoes. Well, I'm going to go ahead and just do it the way I would normally do it. So now I've cubed up some potatoes, as you guys can see. Didn't make them too small because, you know, when it's cooking, I don't want them to turn to mush. So just cube it pretty good. Because this is almost like, you know, the potatoes on the side and the string beans that you would normally make. So I made them, you know, you cube them pretty thick, okay? And then what you do is just put them on the top. Put them on the top. You don't stir them in, just put them on the top, okay? And that's it. Just let them sit there on top. And we're going to turn this down on low. And that way that you can have the string beans while they're getting the flavor of the juice that's behind it. Then you can have the potatoes sort of steaming at the top. So they're not in the water actually boiling, okay? So they're going to kind of steam off through the top. Okay guys. This is the chicken. And it is all done, and it's pretty and brown and all that good stuff. And see all of the juices there? That is for our gravy. Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and start our gravy. Now, what I'm doing is I'm making a roux. And this is, I'm using an old pot because this is like my gravy pot where I can use my metal. We're just going to melt some butter in a pan, and then I'm going to add some flour. Now what you want to do is you want to add equal parts of butter to flour. And then you want to kind of just stir this around. You want to kind of cook the flour some. And all you're doing is making a roux. And you want to be quick with it. You can't let it sit. But you just want to brown it a little bit until it gets like a light, I want to say light brown color. Because you always got to cook your flour. Because you don't want to have gravy and it tastes like flour. So this is the way you cook it. Is I'm going to slowly add, these are some of the juices that I got from the chicken. So I'm going to slowly add some of that in. Okay. Add in as much as you like, and then we're going to add a little bit more. But see how it's thickening like right now? See how it's getting already smooth and it has no lumps or anything like that? And that's when I'm going to add a little bit of the juices from now my husband is being the cameraman and he's trying to tell me what I need to be saying, and so he don't know what he's talking about. But this is the water that I cooked the chicken neck in, the liver, and all that good stuff, okay? It's just enough, everything. The only thing that I'm going to add is one thing, and that's some pepper. Okay? And then I'm going to add, remember the chicken and the livers and all that good stuff? We're going to add that to the gravy. Okay? So then you want to just let that cook for a minute, cook down into them flavors. And then we're going to check on these beans. They're done, I do believe. Now you're going to stir. Before, remember, we just sat the potatoes on the top. Now we're going to stir it up to get the potatoes in the juice so the potatoes can get the flavoring of the juice as well. So now we're going to stir it. And see all that meat? Nice and tender. Okay? So now you just want to make sure you stir it real good. Okay? And get those potatoes in there. Okay? Because they are just about done. They are done. And so what you're going to do is just go ahead and let that go in there for a bit. And these are done. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys about the gravy. The gravy will thicken. So it won't be this loose. You know, it won't be this loose. The gravy will continue to thicken the longer you cook it. So I'm going to just let it sit here and it's just going to do what it does for a while the chicken is resting and the potatoes and everything are resting. And so yeah, that was it. Bye.